Hello! Welcome to my podcast named Mel's Podcast. So today I'm here. I'm Mel, obviously. I'm here, I'm joined with some of my really great teen friends. So I just wanted you to go around, say your name, and like your age. Okay? So
Can we say our
your relationship stats, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we giving any interests? Or?
If you want, yeah. Okay. I'm Mel. I'm 18. I'm very much single. I have used online dating before. Oh yeah, you can talk about what apps you've used or something. Okay. Yeah, but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay. I'm Olivia. A lot of my friends call me Doug. I'm 18 years old.
That's true.
Okay, Sean. I'm single, and I've used mostly just Bumble, and I'm banned off of Tinder.
All right, and we'll get into that. All right,
Easy.
go ahead.
Hello, I'm Sean, Melissa's friend. I am. What else do I say? I'm 18. I'm in a relationship, and I have never used dating apps.
There you go.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'm Lindy. I'm a friend of Mel's. I'm 18. I'm single, and I'm sorry. I use Tinder and Bumble.
Go
ahead.
I'm Lorna. I'm 19, and I'm in a relationship.
Of how long?
1 year.
Okay. Go ahead, Keeks.
I'm Kira. I don't like answering questions, but I'm 18 and I like to party.
I'm
Have you used dating apps before?
Matt?
Okay.
My name is Matt. I'm 18. I'm in a platonic relationship with Mel. She's a friend. And I've used Tinder and Grindr. I'm the only Grindr user. I mean,
Yay.
not surprising.
So what I wanted to talk with you guys about today is just pretty much like how toxic online dating apps and how like our world has kind of like taken a shift. Like I feel like I'll get the ball rolling because I feel like online dating started for like older people, which is kind of weird, but like eHarmony and like Match.com, it was like to like older people who didn't go out as much, you know what I mean?
Christian Mingle.
Yeah.
Farmers only.
Farmers only.
Yeah.
Top class.
But like this new one, like this new like fast-paced thing kind of developed like Tinder and Bumble where you're like just swiping through, and like I didn't realize until doing my paper like how really taxing that can be like on a person's self-esteem, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, does anybody want to elaborate?
How expletive can I go?
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
So on Grindr, it's a very different kind of platform. Like you don't have to both like each other for them to message you.
What?
And anybody can message you.
That's
So
a lot.
like anytime I go on there, like
That's
I'll get like
aggressive.
20 notifications in like 2 minutes, but like it's mostly
'Cause
like
you're sexy?
people literally being like, "Fuck now," or like literally, and then it's like saying just very expletive terms of what they would like to do to me,
Wow.
and I've like never like
That's
seen them,
intense.
talk to them, like I don't want that. and
Yeah.
shit.
Say that to them, you're like not interested.
Yeah, so I just don't like. Sometimes I go on there for the entertainment of reading like how these people really
Yeah, are just so like
I don't
explicit.
understand the psychology, like how you feel comfortable enough to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's because like it's so easy to like hide behind like the
A screen.
face of the like you wouldn't go up to somebody and be like have
and be
sex
like
with
bend
me
over
here.
right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Sex now? Question mark.
No, literally, not even question mark. Like, period.
Now.
There's no other option.
No. Oh my god.
So yeah, I just want to comment real quick before I keep going. No. Okay.
I've
well,
never used online dating.
I know like online dating, like
Hell
for
yeah.
me, is mostly for me to like get like a confidence boost. Like when I'm
Yeah,
feeling down, when
that's
I'm
true,
feeling
too.
ugly, I swipe through. I may not like that person.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Like I'm hot
This is
somewhere.
so horrible of me to think, but I'm like, oh, they're not the cutest. Maybe they'll like me.
Yeah, no.
And then I swipe, and then we match, and I'm like, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And I wrote about that, like, too. Like, it's this. Do you want to hear a quote?
Yeah.
Quote.
bring it
Hit us with
on.
it. Hit us with
Quote.
a quote.
I'll hit you with a quote or two.
Quote. Quote.
Whoa.
Quote up!
Loser marbles.
Quotes.
Okay.
We're losing
So,
momentum.
okay, I can't find it, but pretty much I basically said, like, how it, like, gives you this fleeting sense of, like, self-confidence, but, like, that can only, like, take you so far, you know? And, like, I know for me, when I had the apps, like, the first week was great, because, like, I'd have guys messaging me, and, like, it just, like, feels good when, like, someone compliments you, but then the minute, like, those, like, stop coming in, and you, like, match with people less often, like, you, like, start to feel shitty. And you're like, well
Yeah.
what?
Especially if it's people that you want to, like, match with.
Yeah, no,
When they're,
seriously.
like, the people where you're, like, physically attracted to them, or you, like one of their captions.
Mhm.
Like, and you're like, holy crap, I want to match with them. They're really cute. I want to get to know them. And then when you don't match immediately, you're like,
Yeah.
oh?
Oh, I'm ugly, I'm horrible, and you
Oh,
start
I'm
thinking all
ugly.
this stuff.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
find that, like, I go on Bumble a lot for just, like, the ego stroke of, like, matching with someone and not having to, like, message them afterwards. But then when I go on Tinder for, like, you know, casual ego stroke also, like, when they message me, I'm, like, it's an immediate turn off.
No,
Like, I don't want to
yeah.
keep talking to them.
That's so interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I find that really relatable. Like when I go on Farmers Only.
Yeah, I just
dude.
want to talk about like vegetables, and they're like, "Oh, fuck it out," and I'm
And then they talk about
like,
eggplant.
Or they talk about like the plant that they use.
"Yeah, it's just like."
Guys.
Guys, okay, anyway, so
Before we meme it around.
what about like developing profiles? Like I feel like that really gives you like a heightened sense of like self, you know what I mean? Like normally, like obviously you think about yourself and like the way that you look, but when you're developing a profile that's gonna seem like worthy like of whether or not someone wants to be with you, like that, I don't know, that's really daunting in a way. It's like you're like trying to present your best self, but like that's often a lie.
I feel like when I'm, like, forming any type of profile that, like, displays not only, like, pictures of me, but also, like, my own thoughts, I'm really, like, just projecting a version of myself that I wish I was.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I've never thought of it that
And
way.
it's
Good
so
point.
weird, like, developing a profile, like, depending on, like, if you want, like, a short-term kind of, like, fling or, like, an actual relationship, it's, like, we're like, oh, yeah, this is, like, what they're gonna see, and you don't even get to know the person, and so it's, like, crazy that you're, like, oh, I want to date you based on, like, what you look like and a 40-character bio.
I think that
Yeah.
it's cool that you can like shut it off. Like you know how you can say like you can like take it down, like say that you're not
Yeah, you can,
available.
Freeze an account.
Yeah.
That's
I think
so
that's
weird.
You
really
can hide
nice.
your account as well.
Right.
Mhm.
And like can you tell them like if you're just down for sex? Or
Yeah.
Because
you
it'll
can?
say, like, looking for something casual, looking for something
Yeah.
serious.
Oh wow.
A lot of guys
Marriage.
do this weird gag where they're
Here.
like, looking for my wife.
Yeah, it's so weird. I have this quote that really sums up what you were just talking about, Belinda.
Quotes.
It's from it's from Rachel Senko. She wrote like a whole thesis pretty much about this, and like she said, given this pressure, many online daters may struggle with the conflict of wanting to be authentic while also wishing to portray their ideal self in dating profiles. For some, deception and strategic misrepresentation are tactics that may be employed in order to enhance one's online dating profile. So like you were saying, you want to present your best self, but your best self is often a lie. And you know it's a lie, which just makes you feel shitty.
Yeah.
And,
You
like,
know?
we all know that, like, everybody's is a lie, so it's like, what's
Yeah.
the point? Like, you're not looking at somebody you're actually gonna look at.
It's so true. So
Oh god, that
I
hit
think
me really hard.
I think trying to like look at dating apps as more than what they are is like where it becomes toxic. Like I don't think you can hop on it for expecting anything other than like what
Something
everybody
casual.
is talking
Yeah.
about. Like there's the illusion of like, oh, you're here to find a partner.
Especially a
But what
swiping
it
app.
But
Yeah.
what it turns
Yeah.
into is just based on like how quick and like instant it is. It's
Yeah.
just, like, that's immediately setting it up for not being what you're
it's
looking for.
exactly. Yeah.
And I can imagine.
And the formatting of those apps like set it up that way, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Match and eHarmony, like I did a little bit of research on them, and they like the way they do it is very differently than like Tinder and Bumble, where you're just swiping. Like they do like algorithms and stuff, where like they will like set you up with somebody, and
That's
like
compatible.
yeah, and like this is just like bullshitting around, like so like
Which is fine if you're into it.
If you're
Yeah.
looking
But
for
don't go on
bullshit.
there expecting something and then be upset when
You have to be in the right mental
Yeah.
state.
You
yeah.
aren't
Yeah.
gonna find anything profound on Tinder.
No,
No, but then I also feel
Well,
like
a small percentage of people like act like my friend. She's in a Tinder relationship. They've been dating for like 8 months now, and like that's awesome for her. I can't even believe she like went and met this person. Like I can't imagine meeting someone that I met on Tinder, because that just scares me so deeply.
Yeah, no, seriously.
A lot of the time, if I'm like maybe vibing with someone, I send them the request to like confirm who they are, where they have to do like the selfie thing, where they have to do like the random like confirmation of who they are if they're not already confirmed. And a lot of the times after that, people unadd my match.
Yeah.
They like
That's
unmatch me,
scary.
and I'm like, thank God I asked to do
yeah,
that.
seriously. But I also feel like online dating has now created like a really bad sense of real life dating. Like people like won't anymore like go up to somebody and just like ask them out. Like that will
Yeah,
not
because it's
happen
like, oh,
now.
well, I could just get this
Why
on
could I?
Tinder.
Yeah. Why could I not just?
Why would
text
I make
somebody
a
behind
fool
a
of
screen?
myself in front of this person face to face?
Yeah.
And it like
Yeah,
ruins
yeah.
like actual opportunities in real life. And it's just like
yeah, I went on
toxic.
this whole like rampage about just how it like what you were saying, like it's like this dissatisfaction, and like it develops like this lack of genuine human connection.
Yeah.
This one person described it as like a throwaway society. So like so you think that like you get this superficial breadth of connections, but it does not benefit your health in any way. It creates lack of human trust, an environment where individuals are seen as like disposable suitors rather than actual people.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never regretted not having a dating app.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm
no.
so glad that I've never gotten into it, because it's like what you said, like you get that initial dopamine boost,
Yeah.
and then from there it literally can only go downhill because your return,
Yeah.
you'll return to normal.
Yep.
So it's this like initial like and then a
Yeah.
Then a crash.
I was
Yeah.
talking to you about it.
Yeah.
It's people shopping.
People shopping. That's literally yeah.
That
Wait.
was a good buzzword.
Bernice, you want to hear what I wrote in my essay?
Oh my God,
I said, in my own research, I have heard the coined term people shopping, which undoubtedly represents precisely what the apps and sites allow users to do.
Over here. We got academia.
Actually, ready? Are y'all ready to hear this?
I'm ready.
Very
There's actually counselors and other what are you? Psychology people. Like they
I am psychologist.
they're being trained specifically on dealing with patients struggling with mental health issues due to online dating.
That's insane.
It's so
So it
present.
creates jobs.
Yeah, but it's so
Yes.
present in our culture that like they literally have to learn about how to handle it in therapy, which is just so weird.
And it's so hard too, because of like now like nobody would just randomly go up to somebody and say, "Hey, I think you're cute. Want to go out?" Like, there's like it's very hard to go back to that. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna go back to that as a society.
Yeah, and that raises like a really big question. It's like, do we blame ourselves? Do we blame like the formatting of the apps? Like,
Or the apps themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, it's the progression of society. We live in a technological
Mhm.
place, so it's
Mhm.
really hard to not introduce that dating concept into technology.
yeah,
I feel like it was bound to happen regardless, whether it started back then. It would have started eventually.
and it'll
Yeah.
only get worse.
And it will get worse.
so
well, I
true.
can only imagine that like someone's gonna find some new
Exactly.
way to like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
robot
It's just a matter
dating.
of like dealing with it properly and finding a way to like find a match safely and like not going on Tinder thinking I'm gonna find my husband here. You know,
Yeah.
like, just developing a proper mentality to going into it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever swiped through Bumble thinking like I'm gonna leave this with a relationship.
Yeah,
It's
no.
always
Yeah,
my
yeah.
mindset being like, oh, I can maybe like get some attention. Like maybe they can show me some attention for a little bit. I'll get their Snapchat, we'll Snapchat, and then I'll stop. And that's like the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never meet up with that person or do anything. It's
Yeah.
It stresses me out Snapchatting people that I met on dating
Oh yeah.
apps.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Like, it genuinely makes me nervous. Like, if once a person asks me for my Snapchat, I, like, stop messaging them.
Really?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time I'm like, okay, yeah. Because, like,
I hate that
I have
feeling
this-
of having to respond.
I have this horrible, like, trait about me where I need attention a lot. And, like, that validation is, like, really nice.
Yeah.
Like, personally, I really like the validation that someone is, like, interested further than the app.
Yeah. So do you think, I have a question for you. Do you think that online dating has, like fed into that for you in a worsening way? Like, made that quality of you worse?
100%, because it's so accessible now.
Yeah.
Because it used to be like, oh, I have to just get over myself. Like, I can't have that attention. I can't have validation, like, 24/7. But now, like,
Yeah.
I'm able to. It's like, I'm able to have it, and
That's
it's, like,
so true.
sickening. It's literally so gross. I think about it all the time.
I think what's interesting about our generation is that, like, us specifically, I feel like we're the first to see, like most of us, I'm sure, like, our parents didn't meet on dating apps, like met through friends. Like, we saw that, and, like, even with, like, older siblings, I feel like we
like,
saw
they
that.
saw each other across the room, and it was great.
But, like, we
literally.
also got to see this new age thing. Like, we're the only generation that's really gonna get to see both. Like, from now on, they're only gonna know what we know now, which is, like, really
My
scary.
kids are never gonna know like what like
Gen X.
the old. That's gonna be the old school way of dating. That's
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Like, going up to
But that
somebody.
being said, I don't think it's completely dead. Like,
No.
Yeah,
it's
no,
harder.
no, it's
But
probably-
it's harder.
Like, Mel the other day, she approached a boy, and she was like,
Yeah.
hey, I think you're cute. Can we maybe, like, you know, it happens.
But how big of a deal was it to everybody?
It was a huge deal. She came to all of us. She was like, she went to all of our guy friends, and she was like, how would you feel if a girl approached you? And I was like, I would love it.
Like, obviously, I'd be fucking okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, I would obviously adore it.
And you were
oh
like,
my God, that's so
really?
true. I did.
Like,
I asked.
Like, huh?
I
Yeah, you
asked-
didn't just, like, go and do it.
I
Like, you had
asked
to ask.
Sean, would you be weirded out if a girl came up to you and, like, said you were attractive? Because, like,
No.
I do that on an app, no problem, but, like, in person,
And then Sean goes, no, and then Mel goes, okay, because I'm plotting. Like, she planned it out. Like, it had to be something, like, she had to, like, I wonder if it was like that back then, where they had to, like, build up the courage.
Oh,
or if
yeah.
it was
Definitely.
Like,
I just-
because,
Definitely
and
was.
now I bet it's, like,
It's even-
amplified.
Oh, it's even
Yeah,
worse.
just
Because,
not
like,
the
now I
extent
could
of
just, like,
today.
they said, like, slide into someone's DMs. It's that easy. You literally just slip
It
right
comes
in
with
there.
like, having been raised in such a digital age, I think,
Yeah.
where it's, like, talking to people actually in person, like, making friends, putting yourself out there with, like,
Mm-hmm.
the opposite sex. Like, it's just, oh my God, it's so
Or the
much
same.
more nerve-wracking.
You never
or
know.
the same. Jesus, I'm sorry.
God, that was
Well,
not
what's
We're woke.
interesting is like my boyfriend and I, like, I've never used a dating app, but my boyfriend and I, like, met on Instagram. Like, I would have never crossed paths with him.
Yeah, it's even
That
like
was the
sliding
same with my
into DMs on
boyfriend.
Instagram. Like
Yeah.
So,
everything.
like, even though I don't know that world,
shooting
like,
your
it
shot.
kind of, I
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
a
do.
similar thing,
Because
yeah.
it's still social media.
Yeah,
I just, like, I mean,
shooting your
social
shot is
media
all
helps so
digital.
much.
Yeah.
It's
Because,
not real
like,
life.
the world is, like, so much smaller now, I guess, because, like,
Yeah.
I can hit up someone in Australia and be like, what's up?
That's so true.
That's what we
That's
got
so
now.
true.
You can do, like, that to celebrities. Like, people that you think, like,
that was never a thing before, so, like, I have a chance with this.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you.
Like, I
More
could.
chance than
One in a million, you're saying there's a chance?
I mean, like, you never find
It's like the
Right.
1 in a million. You're saying there's still a chance, kind of thing.
All right, so to wrap this wonderful little podcast up, I just think some closing statements may be nice. I think we pretty much just came to the consensus that like online, like, specifically the fast-paced ones that we're talking about, like, they have intentions that are pretty unclear, you know, like, and like you guys were saying, like, if you are, just beware if you're gonna go on them, because, like, you're not going to get a substantial relationship out of that at all. Like, it's fleeting. The confidence you get from it is fleeting. Like, yeah. Anyone else want to comment real quick on that?
I had something.
Go for it, babe. Oh, no.
No.
He said he forgets.
I forget. I'll get it if you keep talking about something else for a second.
Does anybody else want to just...
Dating apps are good. There's no, like, downfall to them. I mean, there's a lot of downfalls to them. But if handled properly, it
Yeah.
could be
Yeah.
beneficial
Yeah.
to you. There's a bunch of stories of people who've actually met their spouses on social media / dating apps.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not completely impossible, but it's definitely harder.
Yeah.
But I would say like don't completely disown the whole tradition of like meeting someone
Going
in
to
person,
someone,
because
yeah.
like there's something special about that
Mm-hmm.
that you can't really get from an app.
Yeah.
So
I can't imagine telling my kids like, oh, like your dad liked all of my pictures on like Instagram.
Yeah.
That's what
And I
it
just
is
knew
now.
he was the
Retweeted all
one.
my
Slid in and he said.
That's what
said-
Florida's gonna have to
He
say.
said of a
But I have
baseball.
more stories, like,
And said, "Oh, my ball landed in your backyard."
Chivalry.
Chivalry isn't dead.
like your dad's
No, it's not dead.
For some people.
All right.
Colby was
Well,
You didn't kill it.
from multiple people from multiple backgrounds and from room 1208, this is Mel's podcast signing off. Here's the hustle. Yay! Woo!
That was a good one.
Awesome.